Welcome to Cars Numbers and You. My name is Franz, and this reading is for all of those who selected the God Hades. This reading is valid for the next 44 days from the moment that you hear it. Let's see what does he has to say. King of Cups represented by Orpheus and his beautiful harp, and the god of music and the arts, which is Apollo. But here he's talking about duty, because Orestes doesn't really want to go out and have to sneak in town and have to kill his mother, but he's bound to because of the male duty that he, by being the male in the family, he has to. So what situations in your life make you bound emotionally right now to take hard decisions? There might be situations where you feel emotionally bound, but you have to explore if this is because things you think you have to do and not necessarily because of things you have to do because it's the right thing to do. So there's a lot of internal emotions that you need to see. Okay, how interesting. And now, how interesting is that? Because we have the King and the Queen of Cups, and we have the Devil as Pan, and we have Demeter, which is never very happy when she have her daughter Persephone with Hades, so she misses her absence. And here this Queen of Cups, in the way that he's looking at her, it's kind of like there is someone, for some of you, who perhaps the relationships seem one way for the outer, but there's another people who might be interested in what you're having, so they're lusting over your partner. I feel that for others, this message is gonna be more about how you can be in a relationship, that being business, that being love, that being friendships, where both have their space, both have a respected opinion for you to come together. Because even if there is people that might have second thoughts about the choices that you make, or it might be a situation where the world of the underworld is asking you to look at those shadows and see what this is showing you in life that you're missing. Because there's definitely a lot of situations where you're winning, but in other situations you're still dragged by people who is basically your own self, but it's reflected through other people. And how can you have a better relationship with yourself? Let's see. Six of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles. How interesting. So the Six of Cups is calling to really go into your feelings and explore what is real and what is a fantasy. It's like, am I saying a relationship because this is what I really want to do and I feel at this moment, or am I being persuaded, or is maybe because now that things are not going that great, now I have a temptation on the side, or perhaps I feel like just need to recognize what is that side of you that you need to reconcile, because pretending that it's not there, it's not gonna help anybody, particularly you. But once you're able to do it, you have the abundance that you so deserve. But that abundance is only inter you know is dependent on how you're gonna be able to integrate this shadow here and live a life that is more according to your wants and needs. How interesting. It finishes all with women. So definitely this is a situation of, we have the goddess era, which is the queen of the mind. She's someone who live a life that is a little bit bitter because things are not fair. Zeus is the one who basically have all the say. She is relegated to certain things that she has to do, and she has so much more wisdom that she would like to share. And I think that it talks about all wisdom. It could be females in your line that would like to share wisdom with you. It could be your mother, it could be your grandmother. I feel that some of you connect with artists. There might be one of your ancestors that is an artist. I see here Arachne, which was so famous that she was transformed in the spider. So if you're so perfect in what you do, now you do it forever. So so perfection. And I feel that there is always a level of envy of other people when there is talent and other people praise you, and then people get jealous who cannot even acknowledge that, because right now you're being offered a help here from the wisdom of the females of your line. So listen to the wisdom that they have to say, but definitely look for one that is very old. I will say if you still have access to old letters or old things from things that happened in the 19th century, that will be awesome. Or as far back as you can get, you're gonna find a lot of information that is gonna be very useful for you, and it's going to help you on how to deal with your own shadows and able to heal it in order for you to move on with a more emotionally stable life. Because I feel that the waters here right now are a little bit rocky, but they're gonna calm eventually. They're gonna be as calm as the water of the Queen of Cups, which is super calm. And you're gonna be able to achieve that simply being perseverant, listen to wisdom, and also develop your own. If you like this message, you can like, subscribe, anything that you feel too. And also I offer personal live readings if you like one of those. Have a beautiful next 44 days.